Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Got a DPS Kaizen 105 for you today. This is a carryover model from last year, now in year 2 of this production cycle. So same construction, shape, profile, graphics, everything like that. Returns for another year. Last year we first got on this thing and noticed that it was impossibly precise for a 105. The use of carbon in skis is pretty cool. We've always kind of talked about the head core series as being kind of a benchmark for the use of carbon. DPS has been doing it for a long time now, and with their Kaizen series coming out last year, we saw a more sophisticated use of that carbon, blending it with a sturdier wood core in a different shape, making it like this is a very thin ski, and so it just hooks up instantly, yet it still remains playful, mobile, and drifty in softer snow. So it has a really interesting blend of attributes, and we felt that way about the Headcore 105 as well. And Kaizen 105 certainly takes it to the next level in terms of just being that much more of a sturdy build and a precise ski. So there's a little bit more weight here to go along with that carbon, just making a really zippy overall feel. A lot of electricity built into this ski. It is built with a split core technology, so a blend of poplar on the top and ash on the bottom as opposed to vertical stringers. DPS is using 2 horizontal laminates, bringing that ash closer to the snow and helping as a kind of a vibration reduction layer, adding more power and more stability to the mix. Now that poplar keeps it a little bit lighter. And then we get 2 layers of aerospace grade carbon on top and bottom of those wood cores, and that carbon does really the lion's share of the lifting when it comes to the energy of the ski. This one's a little bit shorter here that I have to show, 163, and on the scale here we're at 1,660 grams. Once you get up into the longer lengths, they close in on about 2,000 grams. So there is some weight there. It is a solid feeling ski. There's definitely some good heft to it, and it's also on the stiffer side, so that you can feel that carbon really kind of kick in once you get that flexed, and it delivers a lot of energy on the backside. From a shape perspective, really interesting. You can probably even see from here just how narrow that tail gets at the end, and that's helping you to release from turns. These do have that longer 18-meter turn radius, up to 19 meters in the longer lengths, and that's kind of giving you more stability at speed and a little bit more predictability. Nice camber underfoot. This is a lot flatter of a ski than we see in a lot of other DPSs, which are a lot more dramatic in terms of their rocker profile and taper shape. Anytime that you're keeping that splay down and the ski closer to the snow, you're getting a smoother overall feel. The more dramatic that curve is at the end, the more the ski is going to want to go up and down. The flatter it is, the more it's going to want to cut through any type of chunky snow or powder or anything like that. And then a long enough rocker profile and decent enough taper shape to keep this thing on the floaty side of the spectrum. And then that tail, pretty sharp and angular with that taper coming out into the ski, and not a lot of splay. Again, pretty flat overall profile. But what happens when you get this more sharp angle to the tail of the ski is you can really use that to help you steer more at your pace versus if it was more flared out, that's going to want to come across the fall line. So that allows this ski to be more mobile in softer snow. But you do have to kind of get used to the stiffness of the tail back there. That's kind of part of the process, is getting used to the way that the carbon reacts to your input. So for a lot of skiers, myself included, it's not like a run one intuitive type of ski. It definitely takes a little bit of a warm-up period to finally unlock this ski's potential. And as such, I'm looking forward to getting onto this more this upcoming year. We do have some tester feedback as well from Christian Strong. Says, this ski felt like it would be a fun powder ski. It skied well in the spring slush. Soft snow, powder, or spring corn would be my first choice for this ski. Yeah, so Christian's definitely hooking into that width, that flatter profile, just kind of feeling like it's more at home in softer snow. Last year when we got on it, we had some pretty firm days, and it works well. It grips pretty good for a 105. You know, you're going to start to lose torsional stiffness as you get wider. And it was kind of hard to get into the balance point of the ski on really firm snow. I think that it will be a much better carver on anything slightly soft. I mean, it just has to get through that first little bit of the surface, and then you're going to be good to go. But if you find yourself on extreme hardpack, it's going to be a challenge. But that's it. That's a DPS Kaizen 105. Fantastic finish. Love this ski. High quality, high price to go along with that. But made in the USA, 2 sheets of carbon, real sophisticated technology, all of that kind of adds up and ends up in that final cost there. But, you know, for some people, it's totally worth it. Make sure to check this ski out here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.